Hello and happy Good Friday. I come to you with a little segment on chemistry. Sometimes eating keto can be confusing, especially if you're trying to eat a normal diet, if you're trying to fulfill those cravings for waffles and syrup, per se. So this morning, my husband made waffles, and of course, he offered me one because he loves me and he doesn't know what a carb is. And I said, no, thank you, but I should make waffles. So I pulled out my handy dandy Pinterest here, and within a matter of moments was led to 5 different keto friendly waffle recipes. So I threw it together, waffle ironed it, lovely. Okay, my cat's gonna bite me. Love you too. Luckily for me, I had gone on Thrive Market and purchased this deliciously healthy looking syrup. We've got stevia sweetened. Yes, this is the cat that bit me. I don't know if she's jealous that I'm on camera, but she bit me when I went to pet her. So here we are. We have sugar-free stevia syrup from Thrive Market, which by its nature means it must be like organic and good for you. Now, when you look on the back, you see 15 carbs, but you're like, that must be like sugar alcohol because there's like, it's sugar free. There's the ingredients. What could it be? Well, so I ate it and I started to feel like a little shaky, a little fluttery, a little So, unfortunately for me, my stomach led my head in this. So afterwards, I looked to see we've got purified water, vegetable glycerin, cultured dextrose, natural flavor, xanthan gum, stevia leaf, caramel color, monk fruit extract. What does that mean? Now, a lot of people say, oh, dextrose, that's sugar. Is it? So I looked into this. Where did those 15 carbs come from? So the second ingredient, vegetable glycerin, is an artificial sweetener. Well, it's a sweetener. It's made from vegetable. It has got 60 calories and 15 grams of carbs. Now, studies have shown, according to the internet, that those carbs do not affect your blood sugar levels. It does not cause a blood sugar spike. I did not do independent research to verify that. And all I know is I felt like crap after I ate it. So those 15 carbs theoretically came from the vegetable glycerin, which is an artificial sweetener, which is a carb. It's not a sugar alcohol. It's not supposed to spike your blood sugar, but I didn't feel good afterwards. And actually, cultured dextrose is fermented dextrose. So dextrose is the same thing as sugar or glucose. Dextrose and glucose share the same chemical makeup, but cultured dextrose is fermented dextrose. And if anybody is familiar with the fermentation process of anything, the fermentation process eats the sugar out of the thing that's being fermented and converts it into alcohol. That's why you take sweet grapes, you ferment them into wine, they become not sweet wine. So fermented dextrose theoretically doesn't have sugar in it. I could not find nutritional information for that particular ingredient. Then you have natural flavors, which is a very broad term for what exactly? What's natural flavors? That I feel like the door is just left wide open on so many things there. Then, of course, the xanthan gum, which gives texture, and stevia leaf extract is just above caramel color, which means there's a minimal amount. And then monk fruit extract is below caramel color, so there's even less of that. So long story short, this is not as good as you would like to think it is. And you kind of have to be a little bit of a chemist to really figure that out, because I look at this, it is non-GMO, it is kosher, it's stevia sweetened, this is good for me, clearly, until you eat it and you realize I feel like crap right now. I think this actually isn't good for me. So this goes back to what I said before. You cannot trust something to be keto just because it says it is. And today, that was me. And if those 15 carbs really counted, they really counted. So what am I doing? I'm having a low carb rest of my day. That was with my breakfast, the first thing I ate. It's 15 carbs, but it's also only 15 carbs. I had meat and cheese for lunch. If I have a low carb dinner, I can still survive. I loved my waffles and syrup this morning, so even if it was carbs, it's worth it. The way I feel right now is not worth it. So I've got some great recommendations for good syrups. I'll look them up here. I had some wonderful friends. I'm a part of a group online that offers recommendations in times like this. And it was a monk fruit syrup here. Lakanto. Right there. Oh, of course, this is gonna be a thing again today. Screen on screen cannot comprehend what it is. So it's Lakanto monk fruit sweetened maple flavored syrup. 1 net carb. You can get it on Thrive or Amazon. So read your ingredients carefully, be diligent, be responsible. You might have to become a chemist if you really want to get down to things. If not, just avoid those things and kind of make everything homemade as much as possible. So I hope you're having a wonderful Good Friday. I'm looking forward to going to church. I've got my food ready for Sunday for dinner. I am making deviled eggs, and I'm bringing some of my own homemade keto-friendly fudge so that when it comes dessert time, I can have something that I love without it being too weird. And if you look at my pictures of before and after, when I started to now 20 pounds later, you'd have to be a jerk to be like, oh, how dare you eat your own dessert? And if they judge me, I don't care. I'm on this journey for me, and I'm loving it. I love the way I feel. I love the way my life is. So, happy Good Friday.